Starting the block, we will first discuss about uh, periodicity and the cause of periodicity, which is found in periodic table. So let's see. Cause first, periodicity. Periodicity. Can anybody tell me about the periodicity? What do you mean by periodicity? You have observed that in periodic table, elements with similar properties repeat themselves after a certain interval. एक certain interval के बाद में जो elements है with similar properties they repeat themselves. So this periodic repetition is called periodicity. तो इसे हम क्या बोलते हैं? Periodicity कहते हैं. So we can say that periodical repetition of elements, periodical repetition of elements, periodic repetition of elements with similar properties, with similar properties, मीन्स सिमिलर प्रॉपर्टी वाले जो एलिमेंट्स हैं उनका जो पीरियोडिकल रिपीटिशन है आफ्टर सर्टन रेगुलर इंटरवल when they are arranged in increasing order of their atomic number. So remember this thing. This property is called periodicity. Okay, let me explain it once again. What does it mean? Actually, periodic repetition. In each period, you will see the repetition of elements with similar properties. If we talk about alkali metal, suppose in alkali metal we have lithium, sodium, potassium. So sodium, potassium, lithium, they have some common properties and they are repeating themselves. These common properties are repeating themselves after a certain interval. And this regular repetition, when we arrange the elements in increasing order of their atomic number, so this repetition is called periodicity. ठीक है, इसको हम periodicity कह रहे हैं. So why periodicity occur in a periodic table? So what is the cause of periodicity? So we can see the cause of periodicity. Means why this periodicity is found in periodic table, or why there is a repetition of similar property of elements in periodic table. Why it happens? ऐसा क्यों होता है? Actually, when we see the electronic configuration of elements present in a group, so you will see that they have similar electronic configuration. If we talk about alkali metals which are present in the first group, they have similar ns1 electronic configuration. All, whether it is lithium, sodium, potassium, all have ns1 electronic configuration. If we talk about alkali earth metals, they have ns2, that means they have 2 electrons in their valence shell. So as we can see, all the elements in a same group having similar electronic configuration, so that's why their properties are similar. And this is the cause of periodicity, why they repeat their property once again in after a regular interval. So here we can say cause of periodicity is the repetition of similar electronic configuration of elements present in group. Okay, So you have to remember this thing. Why there is a periodicity found in group, okay, in periodic table. Okay, it was all about the periodicity and cause of periodicity. Now we will discuss about, as we discussed yesterday, that we can divide periodic table according to their blocks. We know that there are many blocks in periodic table: S block, C block, D block. So here we are studying about the different types of block in periodic table. Let me rough it, then we will continue. Let's see block. Block in periodic table. Periodic table. Okay. If we talk about first block, the first block is S block. S block. Or we can say S block elements. In S block, there are S block elements. So, let's see what is the position of S block elements. Actually, they are situated on left hand side in first and second group. Okay, present in first and second group on left side. Okay, they are present in first and second group in left side. And if we see different S block elements, so here we can write their name. We have lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. Okay, these are the S block elements in alkali metals. The first group of S block elements, that is first group, and this first group is alkali metals. They are alkali metal. Okay, they are called alkali metal. And if we talk about their electronic configuration, so all the elements have similar electronic configuration with NS1. Okay, NS1, that means they have one electron in their valence shell. If I talk about lithium, so lithium has 2s1 electronic configuration in valence shell. I am only writing the electronic configuration of valence shell. If we talk about sodium, it is 3s1. If I talk about potassium, it is 4s1, it is 5s1, and it is 6s1. So here you can see that these elements are present in different shells. Lithium present in second shell, this is third shell, fourth shell, fifth shell, sixth shell. So this is the electronic configuration. This is the electronic configuration of elements. Okay. So cesium के बाद there is one more element which we can see, that is francium. Let me write it also, na? Francium, Fr. But there is special thing about this, that francium, its electronic configuration is S7s1. But what is special in it? Can anybody tell me why francium is little bit different from rest of the alkaline metal? What is special in it? It is most reactive. Okay, let's see. Actually, if we talk about francium, it is little bit different from rest of the elements because it is the only element in this group which is radioactive. Radioactive element. It is radioactive, and none other element is radioactive in this group. Only francium is the radioactive. So that's why whenever we study about the S block elements or metal, S block elements, metal, alkali metals, we do not study francium with these elements because its property is entirely different from other elements. So francium is studied in radioactive elements, in group of radioactive elements. So that is, it is not studied with them. Okay, and rest of the elements from lithium to cesium, they are non-radioactive. Okay, they are non-radioactive. One more thing, in these elements, as you can see, they have one electron in valence shell. So after removing one electron, they can show +1 oxidation state. Okay, so they shows +1 oxidation state. oxidation state. You know oxidation state, after removing one electron it will get plus one charge. So that's why we can say that all these elements, whether it is lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, all elements shows plus one oxidation state. Okay, next thing. And we also studied in redox reaction, that there is a chapter redox reaction. In that chapter we studied that if any element can release electron to change it into positive ion, so it is a good reducing agent, because reducing agents are those elements which can release electron and reduce other elements by giving them electrons. So we can say these elements, as they have higher tendency to release electron, so that's why they are good reducing agent. Okay, and that's because of due to low ionization energy and high tendency of releasing electrons. Okay, they have high tendency of releasing electrons. So try to understand this concept, है ना? Actually, elements which have low ionization energy. What do you mean by it? Actually, ionization energy is the energy which required for an element to release electrons. So as I said, these elements can easily release electrons, so they require less ionization energy. Okay, so they have low ionization energy and they can easily release electron, and after releasing electron they can reduce the element. Okay, जिनको ये electron देंगे उनका reduction, they can easily perform the reduction. So this is the second thing. Third thing, if I talk about these elements, अगर मैं इन elements की बात करता हूँ, एक थोड़ी रोशनी ज़्यादा आ रही है. If I talk about these elements, so here we can see these elements are in extreme left of the periodic table. Periodic table में सबसे left तरफ है. और we know that when we move from right to left, the metallic property increases. So they have strong metallic property. ठीक है? They are metallic. Okay, or we can say that they have strong metallic property. है ना? ये metallic होते हैं. Next, one more example, and as we can see, the size of these elements are bigger than the rest of the elements present in a particular period. जैसे इस पीरियड की बात करें, अगर अपन आगे की तरफ जाते हैं सोडियम वाले में, so you can see this is the first element of that period, so it is the bigger one. Okay, अपनी पीरियड में सबसे बड़ा एलिमेंट है. So because of the bigger size, these elements are soft. So here I can write they are soft. They are soft elements. Okay, the S block elements are generally found very soft in nature. And next thing we can see here, their melting point and boiling point. So as I said that they are soft, so that means their melting point and boiling point should be low, because basically it happens that the elements which are soft in nature, their melting point is low. So their BP boiling point and their MP, ठीक है, is low. ध्यान रखें, इनका MP और BP जो है, it is generally low. Generally ये काफी कम देखने को मिलता है. ठीक है. And one more thing, as I said that these metals are reactive metals. You know, we have so many metals in periodic table, and here the metallic property increases. So these are the metals which are most reactive in their period, and due to the most reactiveness, they can easily react with other elements, and they are mostly found in compound form. So they will not be found in a native state. Okay, native state क्या होता है? कोई भी element जो individual state में मिले, uncombined form में मिले, so that state is called native state. So these elements cannot be found in native state because they are very reactive. So here we can write due to high reactivity, they are not found in फाउंड इन नेटिव स्टेट, नेटिव स्टेट, ठीक है। ये एलिमेंट्स आपको नेटिव स्टेट में देखने को नहीं मिलेंगे। ओके, सो इट वाज ऑल अबाउट द एस ब्लॉक एलिमेंट, जो अभी हमको जितना जानना है, ठीक है। दिस इज द फर्स्ट ग्रुप एंड वी नो दैट सेकंड ग्रुप एलिमेंट्स आर आल्सो कॉल्ड एस ब्लॉक एलिमेंट्स एंड वी हैव some elements in first second group. So let's take the example of second group element. In second group element we have beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium. Okay, so these are the elements present in second group. And what is the name of the second group element? These elements are called alkaline earth metal, alkaline earth metal. So second group elements are called alkaline earth metal. Let me clear one more thing. Here I said that its name is alkaline metal or its name is alkaline earth metal. So we should also know why they are called alkaline. Okay, why these elements are called alkaline? Alkaline means basic. Alkaline, yeah, you're right. Basic. Actually, they are basic. And if we talk about these metals, their oxides are basic in nature. If I take example of suppose sodium oxide, this is sodium. If I take example of sodium oxide and I dissolve it into water, it will form NaOH. That is sodium hydroxide. It is a base or it is alkaline. So that's why these metals are called alkaline metals. Okay, and if I talk about alkaline earth metal, so why they are called alkaline earth metal? Alkaline resembles with the basic nature, but earth, why we, yeah, they are abundantly found in earth. Okay, they are found in earth, that's why they are called alkaline earth metals. Not clear? Okay, let me do something. Now is it visible? I think it should be visible. No? So that means there is some problem from your side. You do something. You just leave the app and then rejoin. है ना, एक बार उसको लीव करके और दोबारा rejoin करो. Maybe the problem will be sorted out. Okay? Try this thing. चलिए देखते हैं. So we are talking about the second group. So in second group we have these elements. So as we know that these are alkaline earth metal and their common electronic configuration is NS2. That means they have 2 electrons in valence shell. So their electronic configuration will be, let me write with red. Its electronic configuration will be 2s2 and 3s2, 4s2, 5s2, 6s2 and 7s2. I am not writing the electronic configuration before these subshells. इनसे पहले वाला नहीं लिख रहा हूँ. I am just only using the valence shell electronic configuration. केवल valence shell को मैंने यहाँ पर use किया है. So as you can see, there are 2 electrons in valence shell of each element. So they can maximum release 2 electrons. So ये maximum 2 electron release कर सकते हैं. So their oxidation state, if I talk about their oxidation state, so they shows +2 oxidation state. Their common oxidation state is +2. And one very important thing is that these are the elements, okay, alkali earth metal or alkali metal, these are the elements which do not show variable oxidation state. ये कभी भी वेरिएबल ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट शो नहीं करते हैं. सबसे खास बात ये, जैसे बहुत से एलिमेंट्स होते हैं जिनमें एक से ज्यादा ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट होती है, सच एज इफ वी टेक एग्जांपल ऑफ ऑक्सीजन शोज -1, -2, -half, okay, +1, +2 with fluorine. So there are some elements which show different type of variety of oxidation states, but these two groups of elements shows only single oxidation state. Alkali metal shows only +1 and alkali earth metal shows only +2 oxidation state. and that's why the ions they form will be di-positive. Such as if we take the example of magnesium, so magnesium is found in Mg2 plus form. Okay, and that's why it forms magnesium chloride, MgCl2, because oxidation state of magnesium is +2. It has 2 electron in valence shell. If it will release 2 electrons, it will change into Mg2 plus. So similarly, all the elements can do the same. Okay, and the next thing which we have to remember is the last element of this group as well. Okay, this is radium, and we know that radium is also a radioactive element. Radioactive element. So whenever we study about the S block element, so we do not study the properties of radium, because there is a different branch of science, with different branch of chemistry, in which we study about radioactive elements, and in that particular branch we study radium, francium, and all the radioactive elements, because their properties are different from that of the other elements, okay, which we are discussing about. Okay, this is the one thing, and mostly things are common in alkali and alkali earth metal. So as I said that they are good reducing agents, so they can also be reducing agent. They can also be used as reducing agent because they have tendency to release electrons. Okay, and their ionization energy, if we talk about ionization energy, so their ionization energy is also low, but remember this thing, their ionization energy is low but higher than alkali metal. लो तो है लेकिन alkali metal से तो higher होगी. ये alkali metals है हमारे पास में. In comparison to these alkali metals, their ionization energy is high. That means they will not release electron as readily as they release the electrons. Okay, this is the about ionization energy and reducing power. And as in this alkali metal, we said that they are metallic. Okay, they are metallic, or we can say their metallic nature is high. So they are also metals. They are also metal. Okay, they are also metal because they have tendency to release electrons to change into positive ions. So that's why they can behave as metals as well. And next we talk about softness. So if we compare the physical state of these elements, alkali metal and alkali earth metal, so here we can see when we move from left to right, the size of element becomes small. So size छोटा हो जाता है एलिमेंट का, and their metallic bond becomes strong. उनके metallic bond ज़्यादा strong हो जाते हैं because they have +2 charge, they have +1 charge. तो +1 charge वाले जो होते हैं वो weak metallic bond बनाएंगे, and the elements which have +2 positive charge, they will form strong metallic bond. So that's why they are harder. ठीक है, they are harder than alkali metal. जो अभी अपन ने alkali metals पढ़े हैं, they are harder than alkali metal, and that's why their melting point and boiling point, MP and BP and MP is also higher. ठीक है, is also higher than alkali metal. Alkali metal से इन metals की comparison में इनका MP और BP जो होगा, it will be higher, वो ज्यादा high होगा. ठीक है, and basically they are also reactive, so they are also found in compound form in earth crust में मिलेंगे, but compound form में मिलेंगे. Yes, Abhay, want to ask anything? Yes. Which one? Actually, what happened, let me tell you, hardest element is not due to the size only. There are many factors which make an element hardest. Actually, let me count some of the factors which make the element hardest. One is the metallic bond, which I discussed right now. And metallic bond is directly proportional to positive charge gained by an element. एलिमेंट पर जितना पॉजिटिव चार्ज होता है ज्यादा, उतना उसका मेटेलिक बॉन्ड स्ट्रॉन्ग होता है. दैट इज द वन फैक्टर. सेकेंड फैक्टर is the size of element as well. Smaller the size of element, more it will be closely packed in the crystal. And more it will be harder. Okay. And next is the arrangement of the particles in lattice. जो ये आपके पास क्रिस्टल्स होते हैं उनका जो क्रिस्टल लैटिस होता है तो उसमें इनका अरेंजमेंट कैसा है. देयर आर मेनी टाइप्स ऑफ अरेंजमेंट सच एज एफसीसी, बीसीसी, मतलब फेस सेंटर्ड, बॉडी सेंटर्ड, हेक्सागोनल. देयर आर सो मेनी टाइप ऑफ अरेंजमेंट एंड ऑल अरेंजमेंट हैव डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ पैकिंग एफिशिएंसी. तो किस तरह से पैक हुए हैं क्रिस्टल के अंदर, इट आल्सो अफेक्ट द मेल्टिंग एंड बॉइलिंग पॉइंट एंड द हार्डनेस ऑफ द सब्सटेंस. So overall, when we are considering the hardness, so we consider all the factors and then we find that it is hardest one, it is the softest one. So वो सारी चीजें देखी जाती है. तो only on the basis of single factor we cannot decide that an element is the hardest one. Okay, but we can see there are many elements which are harder. In D block elements are there are many elements as chromium, manganese. They are very hard element, and the tungsten have very high melting point. That's why it is used in filament as in a bulb. Okay, so we will discuss about them. उनके बारे में भी हम बात करेंगे, but right now we are only discussing about the blocks. Okay, so now we have discussed two blocks, S block, two groups in blocks, S block, alkali metal and alkali earth metal. Okay. तो ये मैंने कुछ प्रॉपर्टीज यहाँ पर देख दी हैं हमारे जो एस ब्लॉक एलिमेंट्स है उनके बारे में. और राइट नाउ वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट पी ब्लॉक एलिमेंट. अब हम बात करेंगे थोड़ा सा पी ब्लॉक एलिमेंट्स के बारे में. चलिए इसको रफ कर देते हैं. यस बोलिए. बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. every day I am just recording the video, and this video is also being recorded, so you will get the recording. Actually in previous chapter I did not send you the recording because I made the videos for that separately. That's why I was not recording the class, but I did not make separate video for that, so that's why the recording is on. You will get the recording. Okay, let's continue. Clear नहीं आ रहा? Just a minute. Sometime network issue arises. Okay, I am also getting the good speed in network. And all the students are not facing the same problem. Some are getting the clear video, some are getting blurred video. So all the on all places the network is not same. होता है थोड़ा थोड़ा, लेकिन you will get the recording as well, है ना. Recording मिल जाएगी up to evening. Okay, so let's see. We are talking about P block elements. P block elements. Now we are talking about P block elements. And something about P block elements we have already studied in 10th standard. So let's see again how many groups we have in P block and what are the elements in it. So in P block we know that it is present from 13th to 18th group. Okay, group on left side, on right side. On right hand side you will get all P block elements. Okay, from 13th to 18th group यहाँ आपको मिल जाएंगे. And if we draw the elements like this, see the elements. So we have 6 groups in P block. P block में हमारे पास में 6 groups हैं. And in these 6 groups, this is the 13th group, this is 14th group, this is 15th group, this is 16th group, this is 17th group, and this is 18th group. And as I earlier said that they have different names according to their properties. So 13th group elements, they are called boron family. Okay, and if we see the common electronic configuration, so they have this type of electronic configuration, NP1. That means they have one electron in p orbital. And next we have carbon family. Carbon family, because first element is carbon here, and their common electronic configuration is np2. That means they have 2 electron in p subshell. And in 15th group we have, it is nicogens. Sorry, it starts with p. They are nicogens, and their electron configuration is np3. N means it represents the shell. It will change if we go down. जैसे जैसे नीचे जाएंगे तो shell change होता जाएगा. And in 16th group they are called chalcogens. And chalcogens means oxygen family, and its electronic configuration is np4. And 17th we have halogens. np5 electronic configuration is there. And 18th groups are noble gases, and their electronic configuration is np6. So we have these 6 groups in p block. All these are p block elements. And let's see what type of elements we have. कौन से elements है? Just a minute. Let me write the elements. The first element in this family is thallium. This is the boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, and thallium. In carbon family we have carbon, silicon, germanium, antimony, and tin and lead, Pb. And in this group we have nitrogen family, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, and bismuth. Okay. In chalcogen family, oxygen family, we have oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, and polonium. And in halogen family we have fluorine, bromine, iodine, and astatine. And here in noble gases we have helium. Sorry, helium की जगह नहीं छोड़ी अपन ने, कोई नहीं, ऊपर लिख देते हैं. Helium present here. Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon. Okay, so these are p block elements. तो ये हमारे पास में p block elements है. So we will study their properties. हम इनकी properties के बारे में study करेंगे. Okay. So first thing, the p block elements are called representative elements. Representative elements. Okay, elements. They are called representative elements. Second thing, these elements shows variable oxidation state. Shows variable oxidation state. Why I said that they shows variable oxidation state? You can take example of some of the elements which shows variable oxidation state. Here suppose we have oxygen, and we know that oxygen shows -2, -1, -half, okay, 0, +1, and +2. These type of oxidation states so oxygen can show. So it is a variable oxidation state. Let's take one more example. If we talk about chlorine, okay, so chlorine can show -1, 0, +1, +3, +5, and +7. So these type of oxidation state can be shown by chlorine. So I mean to say the elements present in this group shows variable oxidation state. And why I am explaining it, because if we compare these elements with alkali and alkali earth metal, or S block elements had a very fixed oxidation state. They did not show variable oxidation state, but they shows variable. इनकी oxidation state change होती रहती है, variable oxidation state show करते हैं ये. ठीक है. Next thing देखें, तो most of the elements in this groups are non-metal. ठीक है. Mostly elements are non-metal. वैसे तो इसमें metal, non-metal तीनों ही है. ठीक है. It has metal, non-metal and metalloids. All three things, तीनों चीजें हैं इसके अंदर. ये मैं मार्क कर देता हूँ इसमें. It will be better for you to mark it. From if we take example of, यहाँ different color ले लेते हैं. Let's see the different color. Okay, boron, silicon, arsenic, tellurium, and the next is astatine, and 1, 2, 3 elements of germanium, antimony, and polonium. So these are the elements which are counted as metalloids. Okay, these are metalloids. इनको हम metalloids की category के अंदर रखते हैं. And the elements just on the right hand side of these metalloids are non-metals. ये जो आपको दिख रहे हैं, they are non-metals. Non-metals. Okay, all are non-metals. Whether it is carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, fluorine, these are non-metals. And the elements which are present here, यहाँ जो आपको elements दिख रहे हैं, they are metals. Yeah, they are metals. Okay, so you can see generally जो elements है इसमें, most of the elements they are non-metal, but you will get metalloid and metal as well. So here we can write this block contain metals, non-metals and metalloids. ओके, सो ये तीनों ही आपको देखने को मिलेंगे इसमें. मेटल भी देखने को मिलेगा, नॉन मेटल भी देखने को मिलेगा और मेटलॉइड भी देखने को मिलेगा. एंड द रेस्ट ऑफ द प्रॉपर्टी इफ वी टॉक अबाउट, बिकॉज दे आर प्रेजेंट ऑन द राइट हैंड साइड, क्योंकि राइट हैंड साइड में तो एलिमेंट्स प्रेजेंट ऑन राइट हैंड साइड शोज हायर इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी. ठीक है, उधर वाले एलिमेंट जो होते हैं लेफ्ट हैंड साइड वो इलेक्ट्रोपॉजिटिव होते हैं, एंड एलिमेंट्स ऑन द लेफ्ट हैंड साइड राइट हैंड साइड आर इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव. So you can see कि mostly elements are highly electronegative. Okay, जो जनरली मोस्टली जो एलिमेंट्स हैं वो इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव हैं. जैसे अगर आप देखें नाइट्रोजन, ऑक्सीजन, क्लोरीन, दे आर वेरी इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव एलिमेंट्स. जिनकी इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिविटी जो है वो आपको काफी देखने को मिलेगी. ओके, एंड इसके अलावा अगर हम बात करें, क्योंकि इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव हैं और नॉन मेटल्स हैं, तो इनके जो ऑक्साइड्स होते हैं नॉन मेटल्स के, वो ध्यान रखना एसिडिक नेचर शो करते हैं. तो आप यू कैन ऐड वन थिंग मोर कि ऑक्साइड्स ऑफ नॉन मेटल्स, ऑक्साइड्स ऑफ these elements are generally acidic in nature. वो नेचर में कैसे होते हैं? एसिडिक होते हैं. आई कैन टेक एन एग्जांपल. सपोज आई हैव सल्फर. ठीक है, तो सल्फर का मैं ऑक्साइड ले रहा हूं, सल्फर ऑक्साइड, और इसको वाटर में डिसॉल्व कर रहा हूं. इफ आई डिसॉल्व इट इन वाटर इट विल फॉर्म H2SO3, दैट इज सल्फ्यूरस एसिड. दैट मीन्स अगर हम इनके ऑक्साइड्स लेते हैं, जैसे मैंने सल्फर का ऑक्साइड लिया, नाइट्रोजन का ऑक्साइड, so if we take example of oxides of these elements mostly which are electronegative, so their oxides are acidic in nature. So you have to just remember this thing. ये चीज आपको ध्यान में रखनी है. So time is over, no problem, but we will continue this tomorrow as well.